Okay. Colin here at Great Escapes RV Center in Gadsville, Arkansas. I'm going to show you how to remove your truck from the unit. So you're going to come here, back your vehicle up. It's all hooked up. You're going to come in here to your doors, where all your fun controls are at. Right here we have our automatic leveling system. We're going to go ahead and turn that on for you. And then we're going to go ahead and push the front, and we're going to raise the unit. Once you unlock your fifth wheel, you raise the unit, now you can pull away. You pull away from your rig right here, and then you decide, you go ahead, come up here, and you can push your auto level. As the unit's leveling, you'll notice a flashing green dot. When that dot goes solid green, that means it's finished auto leveling. But in the process, while this is moving, no one should be in the unit or around the unit. Now I'm going to show you here all your connections for your hookup. So when you get here, you're going to run your water right up the hole right here. You're going to go ahead and open up your city water connections. You're going to connect your water to city water. You're going to come right here and it says city water. This is going to be 99.9% of times you're going to be hooked up. We're going to flip it like this, to there, to there, and to there. And now we're ready for our city water to come into the system. That takes the tank out of bypass mode. As you notice, there's other symbols on here. Power fill tank. That is your freshwater tank. It gives you the ease of filling up your freshwater tank before leaving and being able to use that while you're traveling. To use it, you go to dry camping, flip the levers just to the dry camping. That'll go ahead and put everything to the lines by turning on the water pump, which you'll turn on inside. Winterization, those are the lines where it bypasses the hot water tank. Go ahead and hook a hose up right here. You take that hose to a jug of antifreeze. You go ahead and via pump, turn on the pump. It'll draw the antifreeze up through the system and you bleed each line individually. As you notice, auto level success, it's got a solid green dot. Now we're going to go ahead and siphon to tank via pump. We're going to go ahead and hook up a hose with some bleach water, and that'll go in our freshwater tank by using the water pump. That sanitizes our freshwater tank. Never drink from a freshwater tank. We're going to close this. Now we have a black tank flush. This is to flush your black tank. So what we're going to do here is come over here, and we have our sewer cap. We're going to release the sewer cap. That's just winterization fluid coming out. We're going to hook this to our dump site. We're going to come over here. We're going to open up our black tank. We're going to hook a hose to this, and we're going to run that for 5 minutes. After running for 5 minutes, you disconnect your hose, close up your fitting here, go ahead and finish letting the black tank finish rinsing out. When you're done with that, we're going to close that. You have a secondary black tank. You're going to open that, and then open up your gray water, and that'll do the final rinse. Right here, we have a filter. You remove this before you hook up water to it. You put your filter in, close it back up. Right here's the filter that you use. And this is the wrench that comes with it. Right here, this is your hose, and that goes to your outside shower, they call it. The reason why they call it an outside shower, it does have hot water and cold water. It's a great asset to wash dogs or anything off, muddy shoes. Right here we got Key TV, which is an amplified television system. This is for satellite and this is for cable TV hookup. If you're coming through here, you're going to hook it up right up there. We have an outlet right here for AC power. And a light. That's good. Okay, right here, this is our furnace. It covers our furnace. This will exhaust the furnace fumes right here. This does get hot. Highly recommend you get the screen cover for this. It will keep mud daubers and waspers from making a nest. Here's our landing gear that went down on our automatic leveling. You have 6 points of level, which is awesome, and it's a hydraulic system. These are our slides that we haven't taken out. But next we're going to come over here and we're going to retract our power line. We're going to plug it into a 50 amp service, which we are now plugged into. And you can pull out the hose freely by hand. There is a retract button. I'll finish that up later. Over here, we have our ladder. Highly recommend that every time you go camping, you inspect your roof. It's very important. If you have issues, contact your closest dealer. We have a hook up here to tow a little something. Check the owner's manual for the rating of how much you can tow with that. You have LED lights. Once again, our 6-point leveling system on the unit, which makes it extremely level and stable. We're going to come to the front. Up front here, you'll notice you have 2 batteries. And there's a reason why you have 2 batteries, and you have 2 battery disconnects. When in storage, disconnect your batteries. That creates no draw off the battery. Okay. Right in here, this compartment right here is pre-wired, and we have pre-wired wires here. This is for a generator in case you choose to go ahead and install one. This little vent right here, this is here to vent the batteries, the dual batteries, and they're hooked up to the same vent. Right in here is your 30-pound propane tank, and we have a switch over on the other side, which I'll show you a little bit later on in the video. Okay, here's our front compartment right here. And as you notice right here, this is our fluid for leveling the system and drawing our slides out. When you check the level, do not fill it all the way to the top, and all the hydraulic systems need to be in, including the leveling jacks and the slides. Right here we have multiple light switches, and these switches all control outside lights for us. This one's your inside light. Right here is your vacuum cleaner system, on and off. You hook up a hose right to that with that right there. That's your system that hooks up. You must hook up your bag to the system. Quite simple, you just pull out and hook up the bag. And it goes in that easy. This is your in-command system. In-command systems are systems so you can use this on your phone. You can download this on your phone. I'm going to remove this right here. Simple as that. So in the command system, you'll find you have 2 fuses right here. And those are the only fuses you'll have to deal with. The rest of the system is a closed-up system, and if you have any issues, you want to go take it to a certified place. Put this back on. Right over here is our manifold for our water system. What's really, really nice about this system, and I like it the most, if you did get a leak somewhere, you'll be able to turn off the water and stop the leak so it doesn't ruin your camping trip. After that, you go ahead and have one certified to go ahead and service the system. You have a simple turn off knob here. You could shut off your incoming cold or your hot in case of an emergency. We have an electrical outlet right here, 110. And what we have here is your hot water tank. You have 1 anoid rod. You can pick up these extras. They're around $12. You slide that in, and you snug that up by hand, and then you tighten with a 1 1/16" socket. Just like that. When you do hook up your water, as I instructed you before, and you have the water system on, you're going to go ahead and you're going to pull the pressure release valve to make sure you have water in your tank. After you do that, you can go ahead and turn on your safety switch on, and that'll prevent you from burning up your element. Always make sure you check the pressure release valve. Make sure there's water in there. We're going to come over here to the door. We're going to lift the handle. We're going to go ahead and open the door. And we're going to open up the door all the way, putting the safety catch in here for the door. By doing that, that allows us to go ahead and pull out the ladder without hitting the door and set the ladder down. Now we have to adjust the ladder. The ladder should sit on the sill, and of course our legs are too short. So we're going to simply pop out the pin, and we're going to go ahead and adjust our legs like so. And as you can see, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and I'm going to do the same on the other side. I have 2. Now I have 5 showing. I'm going to pop that in. I'm going to see where it sits. We sit nice on the ground, and our sill plate is on top of our sill plate. Now we'll go inside. Come in here, and now we're going to go ahead and we're going to open up, turns on our system. We got our settings, our generator prep, our awnings, our slides, our lights, our hitch. Takes us up or down. Triggers, HVAC. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to turn on our ceiling lights. Okay, here we go with our lights. We have our dimmer. We can turn on, turn off. If you hold it, you dim down or dim up. It's quite simple. We're going to go back to our menu here because we're going to open up our slides. We're going to push the slide button. Hydraulic slides. We have a bed slide which is electric. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to slide the bed slide out by holding the button. Awesome. As you can see, we have come up here to the bedroom. We can lift our bed if we need to. We also have storage drawers underneath. Over here, we have our bed slide. You must draw this up when you draw your slides in. Now our bed is set up, ready for a good nap. There you go. We have lights right here that turn on. We have individual lights. We also have our cell phone chargers that you can hook up to. What's really important here, you also have storage right here and storage on the other side. What's really important is when you draw the slide in that you make sure you put the bed up and you go ahead and make sure there's no obstructions for this slide. We come over here, and what we have here is we have our light switch for our indirect lighting, and then we have our dimmer switch. Turn on, dim all the way up, dim all the way down. We'll go ahead and turn that on, dim up. This right here is a temperature regulator. This is what senses the temperature that's in the room for your HVAC units to work. Come in here to the bathroom, and we have numerous mounts of lighting. We got 3 different light switches. As you can see, they all operate different lighting. We also have the automatic fan. We're going to turn this up, and you see the fan going up. We can also adjust the fan speed, slower or low, and we can use the automatic cycle or just close it. This has the rain guard on it, so if it starts raining, that system will automatically close for you. What's real important here is you got a wonderful shower with the seat and all the wonderful shower controls, but what's very most important is this is locked down during traveling. Very important. Here's your toilet. You have a wonderful toilet, but you also have a handrail that can assist for flushing. All you do is step down on the toilet and flush you go. Right back here is your wonderful stackable washer and dryer. And I'm looking for a light switch. So we have manual light switches here, inside here on both sides. The 1 mark means that it's on all the time. In the middle at the 0 means it's off. The 2 mark means that it's automatically censored for motion. So as you open up this door, it would go on. The washing machine down here, you're going to go ahead and you just turn it on. You turn it on right here. And then you go ahead and put the settings that you need to go ahead and wash. Read your owner's manual on that. It's a very simple system to use. And on your dryer, all you're going to do is just go ahead and you would turn on your dryer and away it goes. Simple as that. Okay, we're going to come out here and we're going to slide out our hydraulic slides now. We go to our slides and we're going to go with the hydraulic slides and we're going to go out with our hydraulic slides. And they move so smooth, hydraulic slides. Okay, it appears all our slides are out right now. I'm going to go over another feature in here. This is your fuse panel. This would be your AC, your 110 line, and this is your 12-volt line. This is a converter which converts the AC power into 12-volt power to run numerous things in your camper. Once in a while, you hear a fan kick on in here. No alarm. It is just to cool down the unit. Over here, we have our propane detector. The reason why the propane detector is in the lower area is because propane is heavier than oxygen and it's going to detect it quicker right here. Test every day by pushing in the button and let it run its cycle. This is very, very important. It will save your life. Right here we have a switch that operates our light and our fan. You have pull chains there to turn the light off or adjust the fan speed. As we come in here, you have your dining room. This is a charger for your cell phones. You have to have a particular cell phone to charge them, not the older phones will charge on them. You have AC outlets right here. You also have phone chargers right there. We have a switch that turns on the light right there. As we make our way down, we always look at our slides. Our slides are sitting just perfect. That's wonderful about the hydraulic system. They're so accurate like that. Come over here, and what we have is we have a microwave convection oven. Please read your owner's manual on that. It's a wonderful unit. Once again, we have a light switch that we're going to turn on. We have our wonderful cabinets for storage. I do recommend when you travel with baskets. We have a residential fridge. These are awesome. This is why you have 2 batteries. And you also have an inverter in this system, and I'll go over that with you shortly. You do strap it like we have it strapped, just for traveling purposes. And we also have UV ray shades. We'll block out 98% of the UV light. And right here in this location, we have our vent fan that's right above us. I go ahead, you have to hold that button to open it. Like we're doing right now. You can turn on your fan. Now I've turned off the fan and I can close this. This does not have the rain guard system, unlike the other fan I showed you. So you must close this fan. That fan is also not for cooking, so keep that in mind. Over here we have our range top. Turn on our power. We got our fan speeds. And that system's awesome. We also have our light, and it has a timer with it too. We turn that off. Right here, here's our other propane tank that's on the opposite door side, is what we call it. We're going to turn on our gas, and right here we have the gas valve pointing at this line. That means we're drawing from this tank. And as you can see, it's clear here. Prior to that, it was red. If I flip over, we would be drawing from the other tank. Now you see the little red, that means there's no gas. When it's clear like that, we have gas going through the line. Let's step back inside here. Right here we have a residential stove and oven. We're going to go ahead and light our burner. We're going to push in and we're going to hit to where it says light. The burner lights, you release. Now you can drop your burner down low. One word to the wise. If you always double check to see if you can drop your burner down on low. If the burner goes out on low, that means you still have air in the line, and simply all you have to do is leave it on high and bleed out the line. Right here we have an oven light. The oven's wonderful too. And to light the oven, we're going to turn right to this little gas line. That's going to go ahead and ignite the pilot, and then we can go ahead and rotate to the temperature you want desired baking at. I'm going to turn off these lights. This is a good night light right here. We have a wonderful size sink right here. It does come with a spray head that you can spray around. Put it back. You got your hot and cold temperature settings right there. Right here, we have a pop-up tower for our electrical 110, and once again for our 12-volt charging. Just push that down. And we have our seats right here. We have a vibrate on the seats, and it's a 3-part setting. A heat mode, which is a two-part setting. And then we have our light, and then we have that'll light the cup, and it also will light the bottom of that. And we also have a power recliner. We're going to go ahead and recline this out. That easy, folks. It's wonderful. We're going to go ahead and recline it in when we're done. And then we'll turn off our lights when we're not in use. Right here, we have our sofa bed. I'm simply going to pull out the top seat cushions like so. I'm going to set them down over there. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to lift this up. I'm going to pull it straight out. I'm going to flip the legs out down there. And then we can go ahead and set the rest of the bed in. Put the pillows back at the head area, and it'll be a great sleeping area for company. Simple lift up, close that in. This all folds in nice and easy. Closes down. We go ahead and put our cushions back. Boom, regular for seating. So we have our TV on right here. And we're going to go ahead and we're at the home settings. That's your home button. We go to home. Then we go down to settings right here. We're going to come over here and we're going to go down to our TV inputs. We're going to click over here, come down to antenna, and it's going to say edit channel lineup. No, we don't want to do that. We're going to scan for channels. Scan again, start finding channels. We're going to click that, and that will find channels for us. Start finding channels. Do you have 3 and 4? No, we do not. Skip this step, in which we're going to go ahead and skip it because we're not going to sit here and set it up because it's different in every location. So we're going to go ahead and cancel. And there's our automatic channels there. We have volume up and down right here and the mute button. The channels, we just click up here. And we go ahead and do our channels just like that. We'll go ahead and turn this off. Right here is your sound bar that goes with the television, which you can adjust your sound and listen to everything in surround system. I'm going to power that off, and I'm going to go ahead and power the TV off. Read your instructions on your TV and your sound bar. Powering off, sound bar off. I'm going to show you your fireplace now. You're going to click, turn it on. Our fireplace setting has different settings with different colors. It's hard to see because we have all this light coming in. Show you your different fireplace settings. Different color flames. It's wonderful to have. We have our temperature setting. We got low. We got high. We also have a timer. 30 minutes, 1 hour, 2 hours. I believe this goes up to 9 hours. And we have our backlight setting. Blue, white, whatever you'd like. It's a wonderful system. And right here, our last pit stop is the bathroom. We come in here to the bathroom. We have our power light. Everything works just like a regular bathroom. Once again, we have a power vent. This one's a manual control. It raises and lowers with the button. And we go ahead and turn on the fan. This does not have the automatic rain sensor, so you've got to keep that in mind to lower that when not in use. One other most important thing is your GFI. If you have a problem with some kind of electrical problems inside the unit, do not go to the fuse box. Go to this GFI, and all I want you to do is just reset the GFI, like so, and we're good to go. And that should surely take care of all your electrical problems. Right here, we have your monitor. On this particular unit, you have side monitors on each side, and you also have a backup monitor. Simply take your monitor out of the bag. Go ahead. You have two options. You got the dash option that has the little ball that snaps right into there, or you have the suction cup for the window. And that would go on your windshield, and you're going to clamp that right on there, and you'll be good to go. Then you have a little power jack that plugs right into here, which plugs into a cigarette lighter. Your system has already been paired. Follow the instructions. But most important is when you hook it up, your trailer lights must be plugged in, and your lights must be on for power to go to those cameras to pick up on your monitor. Colin here. I'm going to show you how to disconnect. We're going to turn off our power. We're going to go ahead and pull our power cord. We're then going to lay this as straight as possible. We're going to go ahead and lift our door here. And I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to feed this in by hand while I put the retract switch on. And it's going to retract. And as you see it retracting, you want to make sure that it goes evenly on the spool. If it doesn't go on evenly, then undo it and do it evenly. You only have so much room in this little guy. So what I like about these new systems, this has a safety switch on it. So it gets to retract it in, and it'll hold it. It won't release it right away. It gives you time to retract it and let it get hooked. Then we just close the system and then lock the system up. That's simple. We're going to come over here. Come inside our rig. I'm going to go ahead now and I'm going to turn off our lights that we don't need on. And it's this simple, folks. Come over here, turn off this. We're going to turn off that, turn off this, and got that light off. And then we're going to go to our board. We're going to turn on our board. We're going to push the interior light buttons off, which turns them all off. What's important here is, once again, I instruct you that you must raise your bed before you go ahead and retract your slide. And you're going to do everything in the reverse process that I showed you earlier on in the video. Right here, we also have our heated tank holding system. That's black, gray, and fresh. And what that is you have a heating system when you have your furnace on that blows down on those tanks. You also have something underneath for those extreme cold days. This way it won't freeze anything up. Turn on that. We're going to go to our awnings. Right here we have our awning lights on or off, and it's simple as this. You can go out with your awnings and straight out they go. That's awesome. Nothing like a powered awning. Bring them back in. Simple as that. What's really, really important is when it rains, there's wind. So bring your awnings in so no wind catches it. If you leave the unit for more than 1 hour, roll your awnings in. You never know if you get gusts of winds. Wind will damage your awnings. Here's your RV kit. What you have is you got a cord that goes from 50 amp to 30 amp in case you go into one of those sites that doesn't have a 50 amp breaker. I'm going to put that inside here. You also have a 30 amp to 15 amp plug-in. So if you want to plug in for some chance, in your home, charge your batteries, you can. You also have your sewer hose hookup. You have your biodegradable pouches for your black tank. You also have your RV toilet paper. You must use RV toilet paper, your hose hookup, and a pressure regulator valve, some gloves, and a little level. I couldn't think of it. A little level, which you won't need because you have an automatic leveling system with your camper. I'm going to put this in your upper container right here. I'm going to close this door. I'm going to show you one other thing here. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and turn our system on. We're going to see auto retract, enter, begin. We don't want to retract all of them because we're not hooked up yet. But what we can do is we can go to manual, we can hit retract, and we can hit our rears. And that's going to retract our rears, both sets of rears. The 4-point leveling system. You hold the button until it's fully retracted.
And I can speed this up.
And normally when you hear that, you're fully retracted. But you still want to go around and make sure everything retracted. Then you can come up here, and if you want to back up your truck and you need to go down, you just push down at the front jacks, or if you need to go up, you just push the retract button off and go up. That's simple, folks. This packet has all the operating procedures of the whole camper and all the merchandise that you get in there. It's very important you read it. If you have any questions, you can always go to our website at Great Escapes and look at our tutorial videos of how to do stuff. Thank you. And I'm putting it right here in the packet. This is Colin from Great Escapes doing your tour on your new Redwood. Enjoy, enjoy, enjoy.
Down the road on a new adventure.